Hello, this is Joe, and today we're playing Initial Legend by Ulevo, uploaded to the Boulevard of Broken 2K3 Dreams game jam hosted at rpgmaker.net. I believe this is the first title that they have submitted to this game jam, although it is the second title that I'm playing in this game jam. They have submitted a total of 4 projects to Armen, and I haven't checked the other ones out yet, but I do intend to. And yeah, Save 1014 was very interesting. It was had cool maps, but not much else going on about it. So yeah, like lots of very well crafted maps and crunchy sound effects and Polish, but not much meat. So let's see what this one's all about. I'm looking forward to it. So new game. Oh yeah. I was trying to remember what I was gonna do. Actually, I was gonna read the description before. So, all right, let's read the description. Let's move. Let's open the display capture. I think the display capture is gonna be weird. It is gonna be weird. I'm really not very great at this, but fine. Yeah. I don't know how to stop the recording, to like temporarily stop the recording. This seems like it works. Okay. So the world is in chaos. And the country is in turmoil. In order to realize the ambition of conquering the world, the emperor of the Redoria Empire launched an attack on all countries in the world. Ambitious. The only surviving ever bold kingdom did not succumb to the rule of the empire, and it united with other rebel forces to resist desperately, but still lost to the imperial army when it was on the verge of extinction. At this moment, 4 of the strongest foreign warriors in the surface gathered together in order to find the strongest weapon in Legends, defeat the empire, and save the world. Note, that's right, it's the old story again. Old stories are cool, by the way. The plot and battle settings are similar to the Final Fantasy series, but due to the short and tight development cycle, sprites and chipsets temporarily used R2P content. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's cool to use the R2P too. Although it is a Fighting Fantasy style game, I haven't played Fighting Fantasy, there are still some differences between this game and the original game, with higher playability and richer content. The game is created for the event, as for which event theme to choose, which event theme the game itself fits into, that is which one. In terms of game content, I used a little trick, added a little CRT filter on it, and I redesigned a new shader. The specific content will not be known until you try it out. This is not only for good looks and nostalgia, but also for the effect of the game console screen back then. Yeah, I do like CRT filters, they're really fun. And lately, there's been a resurgence on CRT filters and the way that they affect pixel art, because a lot of pixel art back in the 90s was intended to be seen on CRT, so you see a lot of artists talking about it on social media, about, hey, take a look at the Dracula portrait from Symphony of the Night. There's one red pixel in his eye, but it looks so cool in the CRT screen. So, originally I wanted to use Easy RPG to develop the game, this time so that I could use some new pictures, including filters, but in the end it didn't meet my requirements and I had to give up. I switched to using the Din RPG plugin that everyone is familiar with to assist my game, and the effect is good. Of course, I only use the function of adjusting the screen resolution, and the other functions have not been used. On the other hand, my game has not been finished yet. Please give me more time to improve its content. After all, it's an RPG with a ground narrative. I will not put Ruth-made works on the table. As long as the game I make, I will try my best to make the game do your best, even if it's made with RTP content. I have the feeling that the first language of Ulevo might be an Asian language, just because of some of the structures. But yeah, not that I should be commenting on people's first language. I think that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Is it kind of disrespectful on my part to do that? But I'm just trying to like pause and really get the intention behind the text, because they really take their games very seriously. And the Earthbound inspired for Town 4 team Squad. I'm really bad with names. But the last game that I played by them was a really cool game, very polished, and I can see that there was a lot of effort put into making really cool maps and a really nice vibe and everything. So, yeah. I just want to make sure that I really get the intention behind the text. So, let's go. New game. Oh, the same window skin, by the way. Yeah. Hello, Alex. Hi there. There's an interesting border effect going on. Oh, yeah. It's because of the DIN RPG filter. It's making up information for the corner of the screen. Fine, like, it's cool. In Portuguese, we would call this defeitos especiais, which means, like, special effects. But I guess it's more like special defects. But not in a bad way. It's charming, like the little corner thingy. I don't think you can see my cursor, can you? Yeah, but anyway. So I'm in a world map of sorts. The last title was pretty brutal with the difficulty. But also, what's the whole thing with no sounds coming out? Is it my computer? Because it's the 4th game for this gem that I'm playing that has no sound. I mean, other than the sound effects. Is MIDI playback hampered? Am I messing up MIDI playback somehow? I don't know. I really feel like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so this is not a place you can get into. Wild Rose Runes. Cool. There are no random encounters, which I feel like may be a blessing because the random encounters in the last game were brutal. But I can actually... Okay, there are random encounters. No battles. This battle background, I recognize it from somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Okay, these battles are very not brutal. A little town. Maybe I should have gotten into the castle, but... Welcome to the small town of Beloria. Thank you. I feel welcome already. Hi, statue. Is that a quest marker? No. Root shields, rope. They do benefit from buying these because there's a very hard to read yellow thing pointing upwards. Hello. Cozy little houses like that. There's an inn. Huh. Na 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 na. I'm so off key. La 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 la. Da 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 na 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 na. There's a treasure chest in the map. So here's another goblin. I'm pretty sure that there are no goblins in the RCP, and I already said this once in one game before, previously. I don't think goblin is a default enemy in the RCP. So, They are not using default enemies. Although I do feel that they're using some default database entries. Can't save the world map. I like the twistiness of this place. Yeah, it feels very much like an adventure. Having to go through the mountains. Very dungeony. What's this? An abandoned castle. Ooh, different enemies. Are they gonna be harder? And if so, how much? Not at all. Same amount of HP, actually. Thankfully, that bee isn't poisoning me. Wasp, hornet, whatever. You won. Oh, I can't enter this. I was getting some Eblin Castle vibes. Or... yeah. Get the feeling this is pretty much on... like, once again, a mapped out game that has a really cool map, but with things that haven't been implemented. Now, as whether music has been implemented or not, that's beyond me. Like the games that I played previously that did have music. Well, one of them was using MP3s, but the other was using MIDIs. So it's not a problem with MIDI playback, I think. I think these battle backgrounds might be from the PSP version, the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy 1, perhaps? Da 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 da, oh my god, I'm so happy again. I'm the definition of pitch imperfect. There was a victory and I won. Oh, we learned some spells. That's really cool. Yeah, we can cast spells now. I know that I avoided the very first place in the game that was looking at me, the castle. I don't know why I did that, but I did that. I don't know, it just felt like a castle was menacing and I wanted to get into a town before getting into a castle. Oh, I guess we saved the inn, just like Final Fantasy 1, which is something that this game is referencing. That's why we can't save in the world map. Isn't it? And we start right in front of a castle, just like how we start right in front of Cornelia, or Cornelia, or Cornelia, or I have no idea which is the right canon name for the town. I didn't even check the new abilities. I should have checked them. I love learning new abilities. Okay, let's get into the castle. Yeah, there is a castle. Oh, and I can actually choose which side I'm entering it from. In which case I'm gonna enter from the front. Wait. I can circle around. Uh-huh. I don't know why I want to do that, but... the door is locked and requires a key. This should be the place where the kingdom stores weapons. This is very Final Fantasy 1. I mean, they did say so in the page, the game page, but... and I honestly really love games that are like direct homages to other famous titles. It's fun. Is this a sister to the princess that is in... this is the kitchen. Please don't come in. Okay. Very uninviting kitchen. I mean, literally, I got booted out. But fine. I'm not gonna be mad or sad or anything. One chest. Is it gonna attack me? Is it a mimic? Am I gonna get arrested? Life potion. Right. There you go. Oh, fancy effect they got going there. I was looking at the pillar and wow, cool, I can get behind the pillar. But the transparency thing going on there is really cool in particular. They really do make some nice maps. Whether with the Autopy or with the Earthbound tileset. The Imperial army is about to attack, and if we don't prepare, the capital may also fall. His Majesty has urgent matters to summon you. Yeah. I do remember that from the story prologue. How can we rely on our few people? Even if the entire kingdom's population is gathered, we will not be able to fight against the Imperial army. A while ago, the Imperial army had occupied all the southern cities. Fortunately, we still have the Lacan Mountains to help us block the way of the army. Lacan is a sage in the first Final Fantasy, isn't he? I'm not sure. I didn't get far into the original Final Fantasy. We're about halfway. I never got the class up. Although I know that's not obligatory, but I never got close to it, I guess. I never got to the place where you fight Bahamut. The Imperial army is about to attack, and if we don't prepare, the capital may also fall. His Majesty has urgent matters to summon you. My lord, did you summon the minister here? A king? Is that how... Is it a king or a ching? I don't know. I said that I was thinking that the developer's first language was an Asian language. So, I don't know, maybe Qing is a Chinese name, or, I don't know. No, what did I have clicked something I wasn't meant to click. No, it seems like everything is fine. Okay. As far as the current situation is concerned, you have also seen that the Imperial army has reached the border of our country. I believe you must have known it a long time ago. Our country has reached the most dangerous moment of life and death. In the early years, we signed the first treaty with the Redoria Empire and other countries. The countries concluded friendly covenants, did not invade each other's territory, and did not interfere with each other's internal affairs. Our two countries have also maintained good and prosperous economic exchanges. I am also an old acquaintance with the former Emperor of Redoria, John. When he was young, he and I were comrades in arms. We fought together. On the battlefield, you might be hearing, by the way, right in the back, the trash collectors. Yeah? Cool. I love public services. He and I were comrades in arms who fought together on the battlefield for many years. We both know each other very well. But who knows that one day the old emperor passed away due to illness, and that the new successor of Redoria did not miss the old relationship after he came to power, regardless of the friendship between me and his father and the friendly exchanges between our two countries. Backtracking, tearing up the first treaty, suddenly launching an attack in our kingdom, an undeclared war on all countries, including us. Stop talking, my lord. Is there anything the general can do for you? Please do so. I feel like this might be a translation quirk, or this might be sense of humor. I don't know, because the king really was going on for a while there. I feel like the story world building could be a lot subtler. Like, this is redundant with what I saw on the game page, with what we read together on the game page, and it's a compelling narrative, considering the whole geopolitical situation that the world that we live in currently is experiencing and has experienced ever since the first human civilizations, right? So, and especially since we started using boats and then airplanes. Yeah, so it's always a very compelling narrative, but not as a text dump, but yeah. It's very important that you listen carefully to me. Listen, the hills of the empire have come upon our land. They have annexed countries large and small all over the world, and now they are annexing our neighbors all around us. The Empire even wants to annex our Wild Rose ruins, which is abominable. Fortunately, the geographical advantage of the Lucan Mountains has blocked the advance of the army for us, and we cannot attack from the south for the time being. This boy Jones II is trying to start a war and rule the world. We must stop them. But we were friends with John I, but not John II. Without better weapons to deal with the Imperial Army, our situation would be very dangerous, and the worst case might even lead to the collapse of our country. So what should we do now? Are we just sitting there waiting to die, ready to be caught? Isn't that what we are doing in real life? Unfortunately, that's how I feel. We're very powerless in a lot of ways. Long before the founding of the country, our family had a coat of arms passed down from generation to generation. Legend has it is that it was made of the crystal that created the world. It is very precious, and it is the most important proof of our royal blood. This badge is now placed in the Wild Rose ruins, and the vicinity of the ruins has been occupied by monsters of unknown origin. I suspect that is also a trick of the Empire. You are the new captain of the Freedom Wings troops and the strongest remaining warrior in our nation. Now I'll send 2 attendants to accompany you this time, ordering you to go to the Wild Rose ruins and grab the badge. We'll obey. The rest will be explained to you when you get to the badge back. Okay. Sure. Our country cannot do without you. The Wild Rose ruins are on the south of the kingdom, and you can see the stone statue when you go all the way to the south. I did see it already. These monsters are very difficult to deal with. The king has sent the only remaining army that can be freely mobilized in the kingdom to the ruins. Only one person survived to return. Yeah, I do have a party with me, though. Derek has teleported and escape. Summon. Wait. Why are the class names their database names? And then their names a different name. That's fascinating to me. Okay. Also, who was... I forgot the name. Fire 1. Serena has nothing. And you has nothing. No, Sakakshi has nothing. They do have decent base stats, though, except for Sakakshi, who has only 1 intelligence. He's a big dummy boy. I feel like did he check out what's down there? Don't remember. Maybe there's a treasure chest. Oh yeah, I did. That's the first thing I did, wasn't it? Yeah. How do I save the game though? Like we talked about it before. I think it's in the end, but. Unlike Final Fantasy 1, there's no town here. Maybe a little further down. I don't remember what that is. Oh, I don't need to save the game. Can I get in the ruins though? Now that I've triggered the event. No? No, I can't. I see. So I guess that's all that there is to this game right now. Let me control my way around. Yeah. A setup. I'd call this a setup. Like, it's an idea. It's a seed for an idea with nice maps and... and battles. And yes, it could be a cool game. But it's not at the moment. I think I'm going to call it quits for now. Maybe I'll come back later. But yeah, don't have much thoughts about this one, except that, I actually wanted to have a game jam where people just like remake the introduction to Final Fantasy 1 their own ways. I've been talking about that to a few of my friends for a while. And yeah, I like this sort of thing. I love fan games. I love games that take direct inspiration from other games. I just think creative and transformative work is so cool. And even if you think you're doing a 101 copy, even if you put all of the effort in the world to not let your view influence the game, you're gonna fail. You're in there. The very fact that you're choosing to copy a game, not saying that this is a copy, but even if it were like an exact 101 copy, it's already saying something about you. So I just think fan games are really cool and people should do it. And yeah, there should be no stigma around fan games. And well, that's it. Signing out. And yeah, bye bye. See you soon.